we're gonna go doctor a couple cows my son saw the other day. This time I've got a passenger, Rona. She'll help me through gates and fill my darts. Help me find read tags and stuff like that and try to find these cows. And of course today's our last day haying. As you can tell, it's kind of cloudy. Fog rolled in. It was sunny at 6:30 and fog rolled in, missed it a little bit, and backed that up a little bit. It'll be a while before we're raking. Well, Rona's not going to help me get a gate, so I guess I'm on my own. In this group I was in yesterday, my son had been out here and wrote down a couple numbers, both foot rot mamas, and doctored one of them. The other one I couldn't find, but I think, and I'm really bad about writing numbers down of ones I doctor. I just know more by looking at them. That might be here, right here. 146 is what I'm looking for. 140. No way. That's her. This is her. And I didn't doctor her, I didn't find her, but I thought I had doctored her before, but I don't think I have. Hers is on the front. The one I doctored before was on the back. It was an orange tag. Like I say, I'm bad about writing them down. My book is actually in the other side-by-side, and it's got problems, so I quit using it. But that's her right there. Perfect. I will fill my darts and get her doctored. Gosh, that couldn't have worked out any better at all. What are the chances? Right through the gate. And of course, she's an orange tag, and we have a lot of orange tags, so it's really hard to find. The one I doctored yesterday, you know, she was a baldy in with the black cows. So she's the only baldy in with the black cows. So she was, you know, pretty easy to find. But I'll get my darts. Okay, so I got one. I'm bad about doing this. I need to fill two. So I'll fill one and set it down right next to the one that needs filled. But you can kind of feel a little bit of the weight. This one's the full one. I think I've made a mistake and started filling one that's already full, and you know it pretty quick. Now this one's good, because it will just start coming out the top soon as you start pushing a little bit if you grab the wrong one. All right. I can't believe I saw her right at the gate. That is awesome. It'd be nice. The other two are in another pasture. It'd be nice if they're right at the gate. They very easily could be in some swampy ground that I can't get to. So, and I did not bring my drone to be able to fly and see if she's out there, if there's a group over there, you know. It wouldn't really matter anyway, because there'd be no getting to her. Unless she was along the edge or something. But a lot of times, so the cows need I'm giving them two 7cc darts. They need 14 cc's. And so even if she was at the edge, I'd probably get the first dart, but then the second dart, because I would be on the hillside, she would run further into there, and then I would never get that second one. So, and this is just, I'm probably jinxing myself, because they probably will be in that soft area. I don't know. I got plenty of time today, because this hay is still drying. Just a little, went and checked it, just a little damp. If it was alfalfa we were putting up, you'd probably be good to go, but it's not. All right. Let's go see what we can get done here. She's still right there. I better get a lottery ticket. Isn't that what they say? And you'll see she's got a little limp on her front foot. And I could tell that it's foot rot. I was close enough to actually see that it was swollen down low. And it's not just a limp from an injury or something like that. A lot of times we'll see it on their back end and it's actually a hip problem, not foot rot in older cows or bulls. Okay, there, now you're looking. Give me one more of those looks there to the side, mama. One more of those looks to the side. Perfect. She did not like that. She's not gonna like me stopping, but I'm gonna stop so I can get a good shot. Look the other way, please, mama. Okay, success. I'm gonna put the gun back. Man, that's a nice calf. That Bronco calf, well, both those calves right there are pretty darn nice. So this is the Excalibur 2, I think. It doesn't say on it. New dart gun. Takes the little CO2s. Oh, look, they're all coming down out. This is a good place to be. I might just sit here for a while. This is when I like just watching them coming out of the hills. They're not all up there, though. I can see there's some down over there. But this is the best time, I think, to look at them, is to actually see them moving. Because most of the time, if we have problems, you know, there is pink eye, which that won't stick out. But foot rot. And so a lot of times you get a line of string of them coming, like, so you can tell these cows are rotating this way. I'll make sure to look on the back end of them, and they're kind of spread out. There's some over there, there's some up there, so I don't know. I'm probably, looks like that's it for coming down out of those hills, so I'm gonna go check that windmill, go around that way. And I always want to look at the tail end of the critters, because that's where if there's foot rot, if there's hip problem, even if there is pink eye, sometimes they'll just be lagging just a little slower than the rest of the herd. So that's the place I like to look for them, is on the tail end of stuff. But it works pretty good for us. Look at her boobies. I need to write her down. See, that calf's able to suck on two. Load up, dog. That calf's able to suck on two for sure, but there's not much there. And then she has mastitis in that other. And brown tag 61, right? Because I like to cull them, but a lot of times, and she doesn't have a tiny calf, so she's not going to stick out in that way. Tag 91. Yes, brown tag 91. Like, I know where the other one is. Now, I doctored 30. I doctored this mama right here, orange tag 30. And she just has more of a hip. Look at how thin she is on the hips. I doctored her for foot rot. I really don't think it is. I think she's got a hip problem. And she's a young cow. She looks like she's 13 though. So there's really not much I could do for that, that I know of. If anyone out there knows what I can do for a hip problem, you let me know. Okay, now I'm kind of more on the back side of those cattle I was talking about. And I'm to where it's hard to get to them. I think I can get on the ditch and go by the ditch. Should be able to. Ow. I just went through a bunch of rose bushes and they have thorns on them. My knee's hanging out. All right. Like I say, the last ones on the tail end of their move, usually that's where you will have your problems. Oh, I thought you had a limp. You just had a misstep. What about you? What about you, calf? You kind of got a watery eye there. I always kind of forget to look at the calves. You do. You do. Do you have pink eye there, guy? Give me a look to the west real quick. It almost looked like you have horns, but it's just your... No, he doesn't. Just that bottom white eyelash kind of threw me off. But he is kind of watery in that eye. I'll just write him down. Green 97. Okay, so he belongs to that old cow. Looking good. Everyone's looking good there. We're gonna head this way. I think there's a bull that has a problem. 203. You're just lounging around, huh? This pasture, most of them, they're all in here. Every single one of them, except for a bull. They're in here. And I see the one I need to doctor. She's on this side of the ditch. She's just the one below this red white face calf, if you can see him. She's right there. But she needs 2 darts. And I could probably get her with one, but then I don't think I can get her with the second one. So I think I'm going to have to come back either tomorrow or the next day. And hopefully she should be out of here by then. And I can get her doctored. Because I know I can get her with 1 dart. But it's not enough. Or I think I can get her with 1 dart. I don't think I can get her from right here, so I'd have to go through the fence. But I think I can get close enough to her to get her with that first dart. But the second dart, she's going to cross that creek, and then I'm not going to be able to get to her. So she's just going to have to wait for another couple days. And plus the sun's coming out. Need to get to haying. I'm sure it's dry. The guys have probably started. Hopefully it's our last day of haying. We'll get it all put up. And then I can come back and take care of the cows.